Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is in collaboration with my good friend Jordana Vargas here on YouTube. We are both giving you a new video every day leading up to Thanksgiving. We're doing 5 videos in a row each. In the first video we show you our foundation routine, and in the next 4 videos we show you eye looks that are more festive and appropriate for the holidays. Yesterday I did an olive green look, and today I wanted to play more with purples. Because I have smaller deep set eyes and I don't have a ton of lid space, I don't really think that the full-on cut crease is the most flattering for my eye shape, but this is kind of like a fake half cut crease. And if you'd like to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay, so I do have my base on and I know what color scheme I'm going for. I want to go for mainly purples and pinks. So I'm going to use the Ladyship shade from the Colored Raine Queen of Hearts palette. I'm also going to use a single, not sure how well you're going to be able to see, but it has a really pretty like pink base, pinky purple base, and then a golden shift. It's really pretty. And then for lips, I'm not sure. I know I want to go for like a nudie pink lip, but I think I might end up with Perla again, which is what I wore yesterday. So I'm going to do a very similar technique that I had done yesterday, which was I'm going to grab some Ladyship on a brush to dig a little bit to get any, and then I'm going to stick it in my crease and then just like go back and forth with my eye open. I'm not going to go too far in or too far out. I'm just going to try to keep it on that outer half. And I'm not trying to be like super rough or anything, but this is just the easiest way for me to like really get it in my crease. I'm not going to go in with any more product. I'm just going to kind of keep doing that and blending it a little bit either way, just so that it kind of fleshes out. And then I'm going to just make my pencil more vertical and blend a little bit up to my brow bone. I find that this shade in particular can be a little bit hard to work with, but that's the easiest way for me to blend it. I'm gonna grab a little bit more product, start in the crease, and then work my way up to blend it out. I don't want to just take like a bunch of purple shadow and try to use that to blend. But I do want that purple to kind of go up closer to my brow bone so that it's a little bit more visible when my eye is open and I'm looking straight ahead. And if I go back in with more product, I make sure to start in my crease where the color is the most intense, and then once I have enough product off of my brush, then I can start blending. Next I'm going to go in with a flatter brush. This is the Real Techniques shading brush, and I'm going to go back into Ladyship and grab a little bit more and put it in the outer third of my eye. And I hopefully don't have to do a ton more blending because it's the same color, so I'm just kind of meeting where I already started in my crease. Like most darker mattes, this does take a little bit of time to build, but now that I know how to work with it, and you can see there's like no fallout, so it is nice in that regard, but it just is a little bit dry of a shade, so it's something that if you want to pack a punch, you just have to take the time to build, which I never did before. I was always too impatient, because I don't know if you remember, but whenever I first got this palette and I did a 5 looks 1 palette video with it, I mentioned that that shade, that Ladyship shade, was one of my least favorite shades in the palette, and now I find that I'm really starting to like it. I'm going to go in with Royal Prerogative and Duchess, these 2 browns. I'm just going to go in a little bit on each side with my Morphe M508 brush, and I'm going to put this on the lower lash line. I'm going to use this e.l.f. crease brush to just make sure that that's really blended on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go back in with that shading brush from Real Techniques with that purple and just make sure that it is like creating a line, like the lower lash line is meeting what I have on the top. Now I'm going to use the brush that came with the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I'm going to use the flatter side. I'm going to grab a generous amount of Prophecy and I'm going to spray it with some Morphe spray. I like to apply these shades wet. I think they perform really well that way. And I'm just going to very generously apply this to my lid. And I'm going to go back in with that Real Techniques shading brush, grab a little bit of the purple from Ladyship, and just make sure that those blend together. I'm going to put some liner on my inner lash line on the top, and a little bit on top like in my actual lash line. And like in my olive look, I was going to put on some liquid liner or gel liner, but I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is and put mascara on. And yeah, I think for lips I'm gonna use Perla from Stila. I think that's just gonna look really nicely with the eyeshadow that I have on. And I'm going to remove my lip balm, put a little bit of foundation around my lips, and apply Perla by Stila. I just think that would look the nicest with my lip. I don't want it to be too pink. I want it to be a little bit more cool toned and have like that little hint of purple. And I just used a lip liner from NYX in the shade Hourglass to line my lips. And that is the finished look. I love this purple so much, and I think it looks so pretty with that pinky gold shade. I think that really brings it out. I don't know if this is the most like holiday relevant look, to be honest. I was thinking of maybe doing a more like plummy look, but I just love that purple so much, and I've really been loving using it lately, so I wanted to incorporate it into a look. So this is my second eye look for my 5 videos in a row collaboration that I'm doing with Jordana Vargas. Thanks again to Jordana for inviting me to be a part of this collaboration. I'm having so much fun playing around with colors and having new looks to share with you. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!